and I'll put it
Yeah,
up
no.
on YouTube. Okay, and then you can
Mhm.
just watch it there, because you might. There's a lot of stuff that we're gonna cover. Some things, new things. Okay, and new tips and tricks as well.
Okay.
Equation of the inverse. Step 1. Write this as just rewrite f of x as y. Okay, it'll help you
Mhm.
like that. And the first step in finding the equation of an inverse is to interchange x and y. So x becomes y and y becomes x. Okay.
Mhm.
So and then this equation is going to become x equals 4 times y minus 2 squared plus 3. And you see this y here?
Yeah.
This is our inverse function. We need to solve for this new y, and that's going to be our inverse function.
Oh, okay.
So how do we solve this for y, this equation for y?
We would have to plug in. Would we plug in? No, we wouldn't plug in
Oh,
0
no,
because that would just give us the same
no,
as
we're
with
not going
the.
to plug in anything. We're going to isolate y in this equation.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to
Track 3.
subtract 3 exactly. And then we're going to get x minus 3 equals 4, y minus 2 squared. What's next?
Subtract 4, or would it be divide 4?
It will be divided by 4. Then you have x minus 3 divided by 4 equals y minus 2 whole squared. What's next?
Would you root it or would you add to
You root
or
it first.
root it first? Okay, yeah.
Yes. Again, now at this level, remember the root of anything is plus minus.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to square root both sides. On the right side, the root is going to cancel out with the squared. So we're just going to left with y minus 2, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And then plus 2.
Yeah, exactly. And then the plus 2, you can either move it to, you can move it right here. 2 plus minus x minus 3 over 4. And remember, this y was our y as the inverse function, right?
Yeah.
So we started with f of x. So this is f inverse of x, like that. And that's the final answer for
Mm-hmm.
B.
Oh, okay.
Cool?
Yeah. For some reason, I thought that was gonna be like a lot different.
Now that's all there is to it. So whenever it's in the vertex form, subtract the c value, divide by the a value, yeah? And then square root
Mm-hmm.
it. And it'll usually be in vertex form.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that was part B. So that's the equation. You see 2 plus, so the equation of this is 2 plus x minus 3 over 4. And this
Mm-hmm.
bottom one is 2 minus x minus 3 over 4.
Mm-hmm. And that one's not a function.
Yeah, so part C is the inverse of function. Now it's going to fail the vertical line test, right? So it is
Yeah.
not a function. And in fact, you could tell that without even graphing this. If the parent function, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if the parent function fails a horizontal line test, now there's something called a horizontal line test as well. If the parent function fails the horizontal line test, that means the inverse is not a function.
Mm.
Because this failing the horizontal line test means this is going to fail the vertical line test.
Yeah.
Alrighty?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do part D. State the domain and range of the inverse
So
function.
the range would be infinite.
Yeah,
The
good.
domain would be um when x is equal to or greater than 3.
Perfect. There, that's it. So XER, x is greater than or equal to 3, and YER for the range.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for the inverse function. Alrighty?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, right?
Yeah.
I'm recording this, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it is. I see the blue dot here, the red thingy. All right, let's do the next question. All right, so this one's very simple. It just says evaluate. And you see those lines? That's the absolute value.
Absolute value.
Yep. So what's the absolute value of negative 72?
72.
Yep, so you have 72 over minus 8 minus 3 times 11 minus 8 is minus 7. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the absolute value of minus 7?
7.
Positive 7. There you go. That's the next. All right, why don't you
Are
try?
these kind of like considered as brackets?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have to do them first.
Mm-hmm. So then,
Why don't you finish this?
okay. One sec. Annotate. Would it be that?
189, why'd you multiply them? It's gonna be minus 30.
Oh, okay.
Minus 9 minus 21 would be minus 30. And you're done. Okay, easy. 3 points here. These questions are free. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This one says graph on a number line.
Do they mean like just like one of these?
Yeah, exactly. That's all they want.
Oh wait, wait, isn't it normally like 0 in the middle here?
Yeah, there's
And
0 in
then
the middle, and then positive numbers to the right, and then negative
yeah.
numbers to the left. So now notice it's as telling you the absolute value of x, okay, not just
Mhm.
x. If x was less than 2, then your answer would be this. 2 exclusive is not equals to, and then this is x is less than 2, okay?
Mhm.
But now they're saying absolute value of x is less than 2. So
What difference would that make? Because if it's an absolute value, doesn't that just mean it's positive?
no. So what this means is that what is the range of values, okay, that x can take,
Mhm.
should make this equation true, okay? So if x were to be 3, is this equation true?
No, because
No.
because it wouldn't be less than 2.
Yeah, so what about when x is minus 3? Is it true?
Yeah. Or
No,
wait, no, it isn't.
no. So we don't care about 3 and minus 3, okay? And then any number bigger than this or smaller than this, that's also not going to work, yeah?
Mhm.
So what is the range of values that works? It is between -2 and 2. No, not going that way. See, it's not going to
Oh
work.
wait, yeah.
Because 3
Oh,
doesn't work. But -1 works, 0 works. So it's this way. All the way to here. Yeah. And there we go. That's the answer.
okay.
Yeah, we're going to do another one. You're going to do this. Here, actually, let me show you the what's going on here behind the scenes. Okay, this will help you.
Mhm.
So whenever you have an absolute value, okay, what this means is this gives you 2 different equations. The first one is going to be the positive absolute value, the positive value inside the bracket, okay?
Mhm.
That is less than 2. And then the next equation is this guy is negative, like that.
Mhm.
And now this one is as it is. We can't really do much, but here we need to solve for x. So what do we do on both sides?
Wait, solve for it?
Oh yeah, so it's minus x, we want x.
Um, multiply by minus x.
-1.
Minus, oh, okay, -1.
So we get an x, and then we get a -2 on the other side, okay? And the way these inequalities work is that whenever you're multiplying by a negative number, multiplying or dividing by a negative number, the sign in the middle, it flips. So like that.
Oh, okay.
So what does this mean? This means our number line on a number line, x is less than 2, so we're headed this way, yeah,
Mhm.
from here. And it says x is greater than -2, so from -2, we're headed this way, and where do they meet? Right there, and that's the answer.
Okay, yeah, that makes a bit more sense.
Alrighty, now you're gonna do the same thing for this question.
Would it be like that?
Yeah, perfect. It would be. How did you do that so quickly? I guess you understood it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just I didn't do this part. I just kind of like knew that this would.
Yeah, so this part is just
Mhm.
what's happening behind the scenes. You don't have
Yeah.
to do that. Alrighty, let's move on to the next one. And the next question here is a piecewise function, and this one is a little bit tricky.
Oh, do we have to come up with the equation ourselves?
Yes. So under tax loss 60,000, the first 60,000 you're taxed 30%, and greater than 60,000 you're taxed 42%.
Could you just move the question or wait, never mind.
Yeah, I can. I think I know what's happening.
It was
Because
just
this,
like in the way, but yeah, I can see it now.
oh, you can press the green arrow and it'll throw that to the bottom,
Oh, green arrow.
right? Like a green arrow pointing down.
I don't have that, or maybe I do. I just can't find it.
Whoa, the annotate, is that what's blocking it?
Yeah, it's like the mouse text draw
Oh, yeah, you
with
can
the.
drag and move it to the bottom.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's way better. Okay, yeah, it's at the bottom.
All right, perfect. So, alrighty, you understood the question here.
Under certain tax on the first 60. Mm-hmm.
So if you earn 60 grand, up until 60 grand, you pay 30% tax, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And anything excess that you earn, you would pay 42% on just this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to come up with a function that models this situation. And again, it's going to be a piecewise, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And there are two conditions. Either you're earning equals to 60,000 or you're earning greater than 60,000. So let me just make the rubric for you. So f of x, yeah, how do you draw a piecewise function? How do you write a piecewise function? Like this. Curly bracket, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then two conditions. The first one is if you're making less than and equals to $60,000.
Yeah.
What's the next condition?
If you're making greater than $60,000.
Right. Now, what does x represent and what does f of x represent? Which is the y value here?
F of x represents what, like the y value.
Well, what
and
does
then-
it mean though in the context of the problem?
Oh, f of x. I'm not sure. Oh wait, amount of tax paid.
Yes, f of x, the y value is the tax, okay? And x
Mhm.
is the wage or the
Oh,
income.
okay. Mm-hmm.
All right, so if you're making less than or equals to 60,000, how much tax do you pay?
If you're making less than 60,000.
Yeah.
30%.
So what would that be as an equation here? So the tax would be 30%, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And how do we write that? Whatever the income is, yeah? You want to
Yeah.
multiply that by 0.3. So it's going to be 0.30x, like that.
Oh, okay. Are you allowed like decimals though in like this area? Or
Yeah. Well, yes, we are.
okay. So then the next one would be 0.42x.
Not
Like,
quite, because you don't pay if you earn 100,000, right?
mm-hmm.
You're not gonna pay 42% on all of this, okay? You're gonna pay 30% on the first 60,000, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then the remaining 40,000, you'd pay 42% on that. So that part is a little bit tricky.
Oh, so
So it's gonna be like this. So if x is greater than 60,000, okay? So for the first 60,000, you pay 30%, yeah, times
yeah.
0.3. Plus, if you're making x, right? How much over $60,000 are you making? Like if this is 60,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you make 100,000. Now this is your x. Okay, what's this value in terms of x?
Oh, like 40,000.
Yeah, but what if it was x?
Oh, 40x.
X minus 60,000.
Oh, like oh yeah, okay.
Okay,
Wait,
so
so if we were just to try to find the remainder?
yeah, exactly, the remainder. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you pay 30% on the first 60,000 that you make, given that x
Mm-hmm.
is bigger than 60,000. And then for the remainder, right, which is x minus 60,000,
Mm-hmm.
you would pay 42% tax. And there you go. That's the answer.
So, oh, well, that's kind of a big answer for the bottom.
Yeah. This one's a little bit tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what happened here? So for the first 60,000, you pay 30%, and for the remainder, you pay 42%.
Plus, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
X minus 60,000 and then times. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Alrighty. So let's look at part B. Determine the amount of tax paid if the earnings were 110,000.
So then you would replace the. Oh wait, wouldn't it just be the same though?
So now
Because
we're trying to
it,
find the
it it's
actual
still.
value.
Oh, okay, okay.
So do we use the bottom equation or do we use the top equation? Which piecewise part do we use to answer part B?
The bottom because it's over 60,000.
Yeah, exactly. So you just plug 60,000 in X as X and you're done. So 110,000 means we're going to be using this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we just find F of 110,000. And 10,000. So that is equals to, again, you pay 30% on the first 60,000. 60000 plus, and now X is 110,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the remainder would be 110,000 minus 60,000. And then on this, you pay 42%. There we go.
Mm-hmm. So 50,000 times point 42.
51,000.
51.
Yeah. Plus, and then here it's going to be 18,000. So for the first $60,000, you pay 18,000 tax. And then for the next, you pay, what is that, 21,000, I think? 51,000 times 0.42. 21,000, sorry, 51,000 times 0.42.
Mm-hmm.
So for the next half, you pay 21,420. And for the first half, you paid 18,000. Like that.
Oh, okay, wait. Wait, how'd you get the original 18,000?
Oh, you see 60,000 times 0.30?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
18,000. So you would pay this, right? For the
Mm-hmm.
first $60,000 that you make, you pay 30%. And then for the remainder, you pay 42%.
Oh, okay, okay.
So that's what I did here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to do is I'm going to just show you how to graph this. It's not asking us for it, but we're just going to graph it anyways. So we just need the equations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can just make a rough sketch. So the point of interest is what?
Would it be
60,000.
60,000?
Yeah. And this equation, by the way, is, see, this is going to be a little bit complicated. Why don't we first simplify this, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to simplify that. So 60,000 times 0.3 is 18,000, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, and I'm just going to open this bracket, you get 0.42x minus 0.42 times 60,000 minus 25,200.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like terms, so you get 0.42x and then 18,000 minus 25,200 is minus 7,200. Okay.
Wait, why are you subtracting like the 25
So I can
20
graph it. See, this is a linear function. It's easier to graph this than it is to graph this entire thing.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm just turning it into a linear, okay? The point of interest is 60,000. So for the first function, for the top one, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
when x is 0, y is going to be 0. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So, oh, actually, this should have been from 0 to 60,000, by the way, because income can't be negative.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So this function is only valid from 0 to 60,000. So when x is 0, y is 0. And when x is 60,000, we know that is going to be 18,000. Right? 0.3 times 60,000 is 18,000. So right there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our first function, okay? Cool?
Mm-hmm.
Now the next function, again, I've simplified this, right? At the point of interest, when x is 60,000, I'm going to plug that in there. 0.42 times 60,000 minus 7,200. Oh, we got 18,000 as well, exactly 18,000 at this point.
Yeah.
So we just need one more point, right? So that function also starts right there. when it's an open circle, but this one will fill that point up. It's
So
gonna
it's
be a
continuous?
yeah, exactly. And I'm just gonna plug in another value here, maybe when it's like 90,000.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna plug 90,000 in there. 0.42 times 90,000 minus 7,200. I get 30,600. So I'm gonna say that's my 30,600. And there you go. That's my second point, and I'll just join them. And the second function goes on forever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's the graph of this
That
piecewise
one was a
function.
little confusing, but I like understood. I would say I understood like bits and pieces of it.
Okay, so the hardest part here was this.
Yeah, that was like the confusing part.
Here, I'm gonna give you one more, okay?
Okay.
Come up with a piecewise function for this. If you make $5,000 or less,
Mm-hmm.
you pay 10% tax. And anything over, okay, the remainder, anything over 5,000, just the remainder,
Mm-hmm.
you pay 20% tax. So come up with a piecewise function for this.
So then it would be. I don't know what to write for like the first part. I know that it would be like if x is like less than or equal to. Oh wait, no, I think I know now. Or wait.
Yeah, that's good. There's just one mistake, was that this x shouldn't exist, right?
Oh, it shouldn't.
So instead of it being 5,000x, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it should just be x,
Oh, okay.
right? Because if you make 2,000 bucks, you're paying 10% of 2,000 or 2,000.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it's just gonna be x times 0.10. Yeah, exactly.
0.
Same thing here. And then after that, you would want to multiply the remainder, yeah,
Yeah.
with 20%.
Like that?
It's not quite right. You got most of it right though. So it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be this one. When x is between 0 and $5,000, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you pay 10% of whatever
Oh, I
you
have to do
earn.
between 0 as well
Yeah,
because yeah, you can't have negative income.
yeah. So this will be the first statement. You pay 10% of whatever your income is, given that x is between 0 and 5,000, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If x is greater than 5,000, then you would pay 10% on the first 5,000,
Mm-hmm.
and then you pay 20% on the remainder. So let's say you make 20,000, so you want to subtract 20,000 minus 5,000, like that.
Okay, I still gotta get used to like that bottom part, but I think I'm starting to get it more.
Okay, again, here, look at the nomenclature. So if x is less than 5,000 or between or greater than 0, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you pay 10% of that x, right? The x is the income.
Yeah.
If you make 1,000, you pay 10% of 1,000. Okay, that's the first part. The second part, given that x is greater than 5,000, you would pay, for example, let's say you're making 10,000 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Out of this, the first 5,000 you'd pay 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is what this represents. Plus, and then you pay 20% on the remainder, which is x minus 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the more complicated piecewise problems. If you can do this, you can do most of them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, erase this and we'll do the next one.
Oh, yeah. Clear.
So this is, what kind of a function is this?
Absolute or an absolute function or absolute value function?
Correct, absolute value function. And again, you're gonna have to take this into the form that we talked about, right? See, the k here is not being, it's not in a bracket. So that'll be the first thing you do. You want to take the k out of the x because the form is this. You have a, yeah, f here is just the absolute value function. And then you'll have k x minus d plus c. So in order to accurately see what the d value is, you want to take the k out of the bracket. So -3 will stay the same, yeah?
Yeah.
Plus 4 will stay the same. So if I pluck out 1/2, what am I left with in the bracket?
X plus 3.
No, not x plus
Oh
3.
wait, no. X minus 3.
Nope.
Oh wait.
X plus 6.
Oh, because it's would you
Yeah, so you see
multiply
like
by
this. Whenever you're taking this out, always divide it. Okay, so it's gonna be x plus 3. Just divide this over this.
Oh, okay.
Like if you're taking 0.1x plus 10, just divide 10 over 0.1. So you'll get x plus 100. Same thing here. You want to divide 3 divided by 1/2, which is a half. Yeah. 3 divided by a half is a 6. So that's why you get x plus 6 in there.
So you divide it to get it out of the bracket?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna do one more actually here. Pop quiz. 1/3 x plus 9. If I take out 1/3, what am I left with? Here.
27.
Correct. Yeah, good. What if I take out a negative? What if the 1/3 was a negative? If I take it out, I am going to have a -1/3 as my k value. That's a horizontal
Negative
stretch.
27.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, now you get it, right?
Well, wouldn't technically this be like -9 because it's in the absolute value?
Yeah, the
or it's
absolute values are
reversed?
outside though. The absolute value is like
Yeah,
outside.
or would it because it's in the function, I mean?
Yeah. So it'll just be as you see it. We don't have to take, if
Yeah.
you get rid of the function, yeah, then it'll be positive. But as is, it's gonna be as you see it, okay? An absolute value function is extremely similar to the quadratic, okay? So the translations give you the vertex. Okay. You see, what's the translation here?
6.
Right or left?
Left.
Yeah, good. So it goes 6 units to the left, and how many up or down?
4 upwards.
4 upwards, right? Is it opening up or down? Look
Downwards.
at yeah, exactly. Perfect. Boom, there we go. That's the graph. Right, from this, we can say the domain. What's the domain of this function?
It's infinite both ways.
Exactly. What about the range?
Y equals or y is equal to or less than 4.
Oh yeah, perfect. Interval of increase. So that means where's this function increasing?
From infinite to +4.
No, this is gonna be in terms of x though. You look at the
in
y
X?
values, yeah, but intervals every time it's gonna be with respect to x. So it's increasing all the way till here. Yeah.
Oh, increasing till oh yeah, okay.
So -6 to -infinity. It's increasing all the way there. Eh? Where's
And
it
then
decreasing?
the opposite. So like -6 to infinite.
Yeah. Odd, even, or neither.
This one would be neither because if you reflect it over the y-axis, it would
Yeah,
not
exactly.
be.
And behaviors. Now this one's also pretty simple. When x is going to plus minus infinity, yeah, where's y going?
Wait, plus minus infinity. Oh, they're both going -infinity.
There we go. That's why I wrote it like that. Okay. Pretty simple, right? Not that bad. So just keep this in mind. And there's all you have to do is keep this in mind. Anything they throw at you, turn it into that. Now we can briefly talk about the transformation. It's going to take us 30 seconds. Let's look at this one by one. What does a minus on the outside do?
Flips it over the x-axis.
Yeah, so it's a reflection on the x-axis. What does the 3 do?
Oh, would that stretch it?
Yeah, what kind of stretch? Vertical or horizontal?
Vertical stretch.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a reflection over x-axis, step 1. Step 2, it's a vertical stretch by a factor of 3, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And now let's go inside 1/2. What does that do?
Is that
That's the k
horizontal
value.
stretch?
Yeah, exactly. It's a horizontal stretch. You'd expect it to be a compression, but it's a horizontal stretch because it's inside the function, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
By 2. Horizontal stretch by 2. You just flip it. X plus 6, what does that do?
That's the horizontal translation.
Yeah, so it goes left or right?
Left.
Yeah, so left by 6. What about the plus 4?
Let's vertical translation. So up 4 units.
There we go, and you're done. All right.
Mm-hmm.
These ones are pretty straightforward. Yeah, let's do some more here. Actually, we did this last time.
That one, like that exact one.
Yeah, this is from the book. We can do it again. It's a
Okay.
piecewise, right? Let's do it again. Why not? So again, step 1, find the point of interest. What x value is the point of interest?
You mean 0?
Yeah, exactly. The point of interest is at 0. So you're gonna find the y value for both of them, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So for the top equation, if x is 0, what's the y value?
3.
Yeah, good. So at 0, it's 3 open circle or a closed circle?
Open circle.
Yeah, there we go. That's our first thing. And this is an exponential function, yeah?
Yeah.
And you see the plus 2 here for an exponential function? The plus 2 means that's the horizontal asymptote.
Mm-hmm.
So the top function is gonna look, it's continuous to the left, but it's gonna hit a brick wall at this open
Yeah.
circle. So that's the top function. Let's look at the bottom one. At the point of interest, so when x is 0, what is the y value?
X0. Is there like is the square root of 0 just 0?
Correct, yes.
So then 3.
3, right? So now you see this at 0, 3 before we had an open circle. Now the bottom equation is gonna fill up that circle because it's
Yeah.
inclusive. So this is gonna fill up and we can just find some more values. When x is 1, right, to just graph that square root function, when x is 1,
4.
y would be 4, so 1 and 4. When x is whatever, 4, y is 5.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, y value is 5. Like that, and there we go. That's our second half of the equation.
Okay, and I think I remember this question.
Alrighty, that's all you have to do.
Okay, yeah, that one was pretty simple.
Is this continuous or discontinuous?
Both of those are, or yeah, it's continuous.
Yeah,
For a second, I got continuous confused with like domain and range. So they'll just say both of them are continuous, but
Yeah.
it's continuous and they're both infinite.
Yes. Okay, so it's continuous.
Could, could we do like one or two more piecewise function questions? Because
Yeah.
I think I'm like starting to get the hang of it. I just want to like. Do you use one of the like the tablets to write on?
Yeah, I do.
Nice. So which one do you have?
Um, Let me see. I have this one.
Oh, nice. I got the OSU tablet. One sec. I'm just gonna quickly. Oh wait,
This one looks pretty cool.
it's that one, the VEC, the one underneath.
Oh, this one. Alrighty, cool. Did you use the coupon, right? Hopefully you did.
Yeah, I use a $3 coupon, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta use those, right? Yeah, that's good reviews. Yeah, should be fun.
I saw like a bunch of them that were just like really, really small. And I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just like, what's even the point of using that? Like that's
Yeah, like this one is tiny.
yeah, two and like not even 2.5 inches by 4. That's like the pen is probably bigger than that.
Yeah. All right, let's do a couple of these, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, how about we do this? We're gonna find the equation. So again, the
So-
rubric for piecewise function f of x, yeah, equals to, right?
Yeah.
You have this curly bracket thingy majig, and then you have two conditions because there's two graphs.
Yeah.
What's the point of interest here?
-2.
Exactly. And this one, the left one, comes on top, okay?
Yeah, and it's would it be like yeah, less than -2 or
Yeah, less than -2, yeah.
and
Exclusive. The
then
next one will be what?
equal to or greater than -2.
Exactly. So now we've set it up. All right. Now we need to
Mhm.
find the equations and we'll put them here. Let's look at this one.
So that one
What we're
has a
gonna do,
slope
oh, we
of
can cheat a little bit. We can cheat a little bit to find out what the y-intercept is. I'm just gonna drag it up. Right? Do you see the y-intercept is 4?
yeah.
So we just need to find the slope of that. So we know the y-intercept is 4. Let's find the slope. Again, we can use rise over run, right?
So 3.
3, exactly. So there you go. 3x plus 4 is the bottom one.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one, again, we already know the y-intercept. That's a -1, right? And we can just find the slope. That is -1 as well. -2. The rise is a -2.
Mm-hmm.
The run is 2, but it's going down, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be -1x -1, and there we go. Easy. It's done.
Yeah, that was really simple.
Is this continuous?
That's discontinuous.
Correct. And there we go. Easy as that.
Okay, that one was super easy.
Let's do the next one. Is the function continuous at x equals -17? So you don't need to graph this. See, they've not asked you to graph it, so you don't have to graph it.
So y-intercept is 1. References
No, if they're continuous, then the y values for both the top function and the bottom function at the point of interest should be the same, right?
mm-hmm.
The y value should be the same.
But they're so wait.
So you just plug x in there.
Well, wouldn't you have to know like the y value though?
Yeah, so we're just gonna
Okay,
plug in
okay.
x as -17 to find what the y value is, okay?
Okay.
So 17 times 20, 340 plus 1 minus 339. I just plugged x as -17.
Okay.
And I'm
And
gonna do the
then
exact same thing on the bottom. -10 times -17 squared. Yeah.
mhm.
So that is 289. That's not gonna be.
So it's discontinuous?
It is discontinuous. Perfect. Exactly. Because these two values have to be the same.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
that's all.
yeah, that makes sense. I was confused because it didn't mention a y value here. Would it normally?
No, it's just gonna be in this form every single time. You just have to plug the 17s in there to see whether it's continuous or discontinuous.
Oh, okay. And you can do that at the start of any equation, I
Yes,
guess, if you just
yes.
plug in the reference point.
Yes. Okay, it's easy as that one. Let me see. I'll send you this actually. I'm not sure if I have your email.
You want me to type
Just
it
text me
somewhere?
or yeah, just text me or type it there.